Hey folks, I wanted to send you a Sunday night video that's not a Sunday night video, I guess. This is Monday morning. But I want to let you know what's going on with the Isaiah study because it went kind of differently and I haven't been recording. I didn't record last week, which some of you obviously found out, and I didn't record last night either, which you're finding out now. The reason is because the notes have been great all the way through Isaiah from Professor David Needham. Really enjoyed going through those. And we got here to this last section, starting around chapter 58. The last section is on the redeemed, focus on the nature and destiny of believers. I've talked about that a bunch of times if you've listened. The very last section of 9 chapters of the second half of Isaiah, which is divided into those 3 sections of 9 chapters each. The redemption, the redeemer, and the redeemed. And we had pretty good notes on the redemption. We had really good notes also on the the redeemer. Focus on the Savior, such great chapters there we loved looking at. We get to this last part, the redeemed, the focus on the nature and destiny of believers, the how of God's promises, new heavens and new earth, kind of ending up there. And in the notes, he goes to just a bunch of, from 58 on, it's like he was running out of time for his notes for the study and knew he couldn't fit enough in anymore. And he kind of just went to a couple of or a section of just short summaries of these chapters. I'll show you real quick if it works. So these summaries, so picture working, yes. Over on this side, you can even take a look at them. You could pause this and look at it if you wanted to. These summaries are all that he has then for the last section. Pretty much. So what we did was we read these summaries and then we've just kind of looked at the book outside of what he writes here. So it didn't work as well, it seemed like, as what we've been doing with we read the verses selected, we look at his notes, we comment on them, and that just had a nice flow to it. We've gone all the way through, and this just was different. And plus, almost nobody's been coming, which is kind of sad for us, but that's the way things work sometimes. And so it's like, well, what do we do? There's one person came, there's 2 people that came. It is what it is, but so it just didn't seem like we do the normal thing. So we spent some extra time praying. We prayed for the Sukkos in Ukraine a bunch last week, and we've still been doing a little bit of singing. And then we've just kind of looked at these intros, and then we've just read through the chapter ourselves and just kind of talked about whatever comes to mind. So it's not very directed. Just wasn't sure it was even necessary and haven't then recorded. So that's the explanation for that. You're welcome to pause the video and look at those statements and go read those chapters for yourself. There's some good stuff there, obviously. So yeah, if you want to do a little study like we did, just take your time to pause the video at that spot, and hopefully you can read that. If you can't, no big deal. If you really want the notes, email me, pastor.mike@att.net. I could send you a copy of the notes and you could read them that way. I don't know if we'll have any more Isaiah study videos at all. That might be it. He does have a little bit of stuff towards the very end. We might do one more video, but I only got 1 page left after those summaries. So yeah, don't count on it. If you see it, you'll see it. If you don't, you don't. And then we're going to be starting the Crown Financial Ministries Biblical Bible Financial Study, the Biblical Study, in just a couple weeks. And that will run for several months. Not sure what we're doing after that. So this might be the end of the Sunday night videos. I don't know. See where God leads us. But if you've enjoyed them, great. Glad to have provided them. And thank you for your time. We'll see you hopefully here at church again soon.